The morning Liam Walker met the woman who would change everything began like every other exhausted Tuesday. He was already late for work, his shirt was wrinkled, and his 6-year-old daughter, Emma, had spilled orange juice over both of their shoes. But what truly stopped him in his tracks was not the mess, not the scraping sound of the old apartment door sticking again, but the sight of a frail woman sitting on the cold concrete steps outside the corner cafe, trembling, hungry, and invisible to the world rushing past her. He almost didn't notice her at first. He almost kept following the familiar path to the bus stop, rehearsing his apology to his boss, mentally calculating which bill absolutely had to be paid this week and which could slide another 7 days. But Emma noticed. Children always notice. "Daddy, she looks really cold." That single sentence pulled him off his timetable and into something deeper. He crouched beside the woman. Her eyes, gray and swollen with fatigue, met his with the smallest flicker of hope. She couldn't be more than 50, but hardship had etched lines across her face that made her seem older. "Ma'am," he asked softly, "are you okay? Do you need something?" She opened her mouth, but only a faint whisper came out. "Just hungry." That was all. Liam looked at the brown paper bag in his hand, his breakfast sandwich, the only meal he'd counted on until dinner, and then at his daughter, who watched him with a seriousness far beyond her years. He handed the bag to the woman. Her fingers shook as she accepted it. "Bless you," she said, tears gathering in her eyes. He smiled gently, though the decision meant he'd go hungry for the next 8 hours at the construction site. "Take care, all right." He didn't wait for praise. He didn't know anyone was watching. And he certainly didn't know that this simple act of kindness would echo far beyond that morning. He helped the woman sit up straighter, then hurried toward the bus stop with Emma, thinking that was the end of the moment. It wasn't. It was the beginning. The weight of struggle. Life wasn't easy for Liam. It hadn't been since his wife, Sarah, passed away 2 years earlier after a sudden illness that drained their savings and shattered his world. Overnight he became a single father, juggling grief, responsibility, and a daughter who asked questions he couldn't answer. He worked construction during the day and cleaned offices at night twice a week. The bills never stopped, and the deadlines at work were relentless. He feared getting fired every time he showed up late, something that happened too often with a child and no family to help. But he kept going because Emma was his anchor, his reason to breathe. He didn't tell anyone about the woman. It felt like a small thing, one human seeing another. Still, that morning stuck in his mind. He remembered the way she had thanked him as if he had saved her life. Maybe, in some small way, he had. Weeks passed. The seasons shifted from the edge of winter into a hesitant spring. The construction company cut overtime hours, and Liam started falling behind on the electric bill. One night he sat at the kitchen table while Emma slept, staring at red notices stacked like unwelcome reminders of how close he was to losing everything. He whispered into the dark, "I'm trying, Sarah. I'm trying so hard." His voice cracked. The next morning, something unexpected happened. The envelope. When he opened his mailbox, an unfamiliar white envelope rested on top of his usual bills. It looked official, too official. His stomach tightened. The last thing he needed was more bad news. He tore it open. Inside was a letter on thick paper embossed with an elegant law firm's seal. Foster and Hale Attorneys at Law. His hands trembled. "Mr. Liam Walker, we request your presence at our office regarding a matter of significant importance." He nearly dropped the letter. Lawyers didn't call people like him unless something was wrong, terribly wrong. Was someone suing him? Did something happen at work? Was there a mistake with his taxes? His heart raced as fear twisted through him. He almost threw the letter away. But something in its tone, urgent yet warm, made him pause. He decided to go. The meeting that changed everything. When Liam stepped into the law firm's marble lobby, he felt like an intruder in a world built for people with polished shoes and gleaming watches. He smoothed down his wrinkled jacket, feeling painfully out of place. A receptionist greeted him with a kind smile. "Mr. Walker, they've been expecting you." Expecting him. That sentence alone was enough to raise goosebumps on his arms. He followed her to a conference room where 2 lawyers waited, a man in his 60s with silver hair and a younger woman with sharp, intelligent eyes. The older man stood. "Mr. Walker, thank you for coming. I'm Richard Hale. Please, sit." Liam sat, clutching the letter. I don't understand why I'm here, he said, voice unsteady. Hale smiled gently. I'm sure this will come as a surprise. But first, we want you to watch something. He nodded to his colleague, who played a small video on a tablet. It was security footage from the cafe steps. There he was, kneeling beside the woman, offering his breakfast without hesitation. His kindness, captured without his knowledge. Liam froze. Hale folded his hands. The woman you helped that morning was our client, Ms. Evelyn Carter. The name meant nothing to him. She was going through an extremely difficult time, Hale continued. She had recently lost her home, and due to a legal error, her accounts were temporarily frozen. She had nothing. No food, no support, no hope. The younger lawyer spoke softly. She had been sitting outside that cafe for nearly an hour before you arrived. Many people passed her. Only one person stopped. Liam swallowed hard. I just did what anyone would do. Hale shook his head. No, Mr. Walker. Not anyone. You. He slid a folder toward Liam. Our client recovered soon after. Her legal matters were resolved, and her finances were restored. She asked us to find the man who fed her when she had nothing. Liam's breath caught. We are here to fulfill her request, Hale said. Evelyn recently passed away. But before she died, she left instructions in her will. He opened the folder. To gift you her home. Liam blinked. Her, what? A two-bedroom house located on Willow Creek Lane, Hale clarified. Completely paid off. Liam shook his head in disbelief. No, I can't accept that. I just gave her a sandwich. Mr. Walker, the younger lawyer said softly, to you it was a sandwich. To her, it was the first time in months that someone treated her with dignity. It reminded her she was still human. His vision blurred with tears. But the lawyers weren't finished. There is more, Hale said gently. Ms. Carter also left a financial fund, specifically for your daughter's education. Liam covered his face with his hands as tears spilled down his cheeks. For so long, life had been one blow after another. But suddenly, miraculously, kindness that he had given freely, expecting nothing, was returning to him in ways he could barely comprehend. The challenges after the gift. Receiving the house didn't magically solve everything. Life still had its challenges. The home needed repairs, broken stairs, peeling paint, faulty wiring. Liam had to work harder than ever to fix it up. Neighbors eyed him with suspicion at first, assuming he didn't belong in the quiet suburb. And then there were his doubts, his fear that he didn't deserve any of it. But Emma pulled him through. Mom would be proud of you, she whispered one night as they unpacked boxes in their new living room. You always help people, even when you don't have much. Those words broke something open inside him. Over time, the house became not just a gift but a home. He fixed every loose board, painted every wall with colors Emma picked out, and planted flowers by the window. Neighbors eventually warmed up to the hard-working single dad who always waved, always helped carry groceries, always showed kindness without expecting anything back. The burden of survival lifted just enough for him to breathe again. To dream again. Full circle. 1 year later, Liam stood on those same cafe steps, handing out free sandwiches he made at home. Not because he owed anything. Not because he wanted praise. Because kindness had saved him. One woman approached him, confusion in her eyes. Why are you doing this? He smiled the same gentle smile he had given Evelyn Carter. Someone helped me once. I'm just passing it on. The message. Liam never met Evelyn again. He never got to tell her thank you. But in every repaired door hinge, in every bedtime story in the new house, in every hopeful breath he took, he felt her presence, quiet, warm, and life-changing. The lesson she left behind was simple, powerful, unforgettable. One small act of kindness can echo far beyond that moment, sometimes in ways that return to you when you need them most. And for Liam Walker, a single father who had given away his only meal, that echo rebuilt an entire life.